Okay, so welcome back to this my second class of Unix. Actually, previously I recorded it, but some issues. I had some issues, so I wanted to be more um, quality recording than what actually. Don't want just because I'm recording, it's not good. So we'll just have this a quick review on yesterday's class. What we actually had this. So we can just have just pretty quick review here. What we talked about yesterday was installation of putty. Yeah, we try to install putty, but before that we'll just go to introduction. So we talked about Unix, right? Unix introduction, a little bit what is the Unix is all about, and the differences between the Unix operating system and Windows operating system. And the most important, why do we require Unix? Why do we require Unix? First thing is there's no virus. There's nothing called virus in Unix. Second thing is it's more robust, right? If you want to hack something, mainframe is more secure. It's also based on the Unix standard Unix flavor. You cannot hack something just like that. Windows, I don't know, these days like Windows is like a joke. Put this Trojan virus and that's it. It's you cannot do that with the Unix. Unix is very powerful. And the most important is it's not user friendly, and that's not a problem. We'll just look into it. This is just an essentials of Unix. I'm not going to go into shell scripting and all those things, but we can do a lot more than Windows. Trust me, we can do a lot more than Windows. But these classes of mine Unix are just for introductory of the introduction of Unix and how to use directories. In Windows you call folders, in Unix you call directories. In Windows you call Notepad, in Unix you call V editor, right? So we'll talk about that. We will just go this, and I don't think we'll complete everything today, but we will have some of the introduction part here. So we actually we discussed about this kernel yesterday, and on that we have this shell, and the shell communicates. We have various shells: Bourne shell, bash shell, Conn shell, and C shell, and all those things. And we discussed on this, and we discussed about this root. So root something is super administrator. We don't have access to this. I mean, in this class, particular videos, I'm not talking about this administration part, okay? Just leave that thing alone. Because that requires really a robust access, and we don't have really at this point of time. I mean, I don't have this point of time a good administrative access so that I can give you. And then the Unix administration is completely different. Whole ocean, actually that's a different ocean, Pacific Ocean. It's a lot more than what actually it is. We are just discussing this essentials. Okay, so here this root is a major directory which only administrator has access, and these /bin /lib/dev, all these are actually directories from the root. Okay, guess what? We'll just look into it. We just don't talk about it. Oh, sorry. We just don't talk about it. We just we want to see. Let's see. I hope this is working. If it's not working, I have another access. Just figure it out after this class. Actually, this is really giving a little bit problem here. But it's a little bit slow. Okay, good. Let's see if it works. Otherwise, I have another access. Not to worry about it. So we'll complete this class today, so that okay, great, this is working. I know this Grex is really good actually, but unfortunately because of free thing, right? It's sometimes doesn't get the server gets very heavy and doesn't respond to it. So okay, great. So here, right, if it doesn't work, don't worry about it. We have one more access. So okay, so root. This actually, guess what? This is better explanatory. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did something there. So okay. So I'm trying to connect through WinSCP. So WinSCP, we know what is WinSCP used, right? WinSCP is like a interface between the Windows and as well as the Unix. Okay, so that's the reason we use this WinSCP. The reason, right? One of the reason is you have this directory. I'm sorry, you have this file which is you have created in Windows, and you want to export, and not exactly export, you want to just pull up into Unix. You can do that with WinSCP, without hassle. Because if you want to create a file, you want to do it in VI editor or Emacs, that consumes a lot of time unless you are a pro. If you are a pro, you're not you really don't want my videos. Actually, if you're a pro, you'll be Linus Torvalds. That guy created some thousands of lines single-handedly. So okay, so let's see this root. We were talking about this root, right? These are actually these directories, bin like Lib's library, I guess. Yeah, library functions. Is it still working on it? Okay. By the time it works, it's really slow, this one. So these are actually user, which contains the user information, temporary files, etc, which is administration configurations. This all these are actually the alright, so we guess I hope this is working. Okay, great. So guess what? PWD, we'll try this here. Yeah, this is slow today. You know what? But we want to continue our lecture. So what we'll do here is, let me do this. You know what? I have this separate. Oops, sorry about this. I have another access which is better. I guess this thing is good. You know what? We have this access. It should be good. Okay, this has some series of questions. So, alright, this is on full moon. Okay, great. Now this is better. Because the Grex is really giving some problem here. We don't want to interrupt our classes because of that. Okay, so now here it's a little bit tricky to see here. I want to see PWD, that is present working directory, and that is the present working directory, the /sdf/. Now you won't have this root access. The first slash is actually the root, so you are not able to see this all these directories. Actually, what the directories are, all these directories. Okay, so this is what we actually discussed yesterday. Well, not completely, but some and installation of putty. We discussed about the installation of putty. How do we install it? And I'm giving you alternative access for it for free. Alternative access for Unix. Try this. This is very good. If it doesn't work, of course you want this. Because I'm myself having a hard time to because server is down or something. So actually I recorded this good session before, but unfortunately the very slow access. So yeah, and the installation of WinSCP, go ahead and you can try this WinSCP too. This is good. Sorry. Once you install this WinSCP, okay, you get this. I'll put that too. You can just add to. WinSCP is good for transferring the files from Windows to Unix environment, right? This is good. So we go to the lecture 2 here actually. Now that was a little bit introduction what we had. And here you go. And guess what? Now let's say I want to work. There are various shells, right? There are shells. Khan shell. There is, you know what? Let's clear the screen. CLER is clear the screen, right? Good. We have this Khan shell, bash shell, C shell, and all those shells kind of thing, right? So let's see if I want to work on bash. Let's see, this doesn't work here. This is the problem. This is actually, we are in just one directory. There's a problem here. See here. So we really can't use this. We could have used. Can we log in into another client file? This works really good here actually if it runs here. So yeah. Okay. So alright, let's not worry about this one. So this we have. See, the problem is here we don't have this admin access. Yeah, this is not working out. Okay. So we don't have this admin access. So okay, if you want to know this, so these commands are actually not working here because we are in directory. We want to go to this. Let's see here. Oops. Okay, so these are the different users who are there, but we are not worried about different users. We want, so we are in U directory actually. So these are actually basically directories which we are working on, right? This is here profile. You see here, you can see here, right? TMP user. These are you don't have direct access for this. You cannot access. Let's try to access this. So you cannot actually, wow, we can, but really it's actually for admin point of view. Let's see what I got. How interesting. So let's see if we want to go to bash now. So we cannot change our shell here at this point of time. We cannot change the shell here, so we'll just not worry about it. We'll just I'll just change this to our old directory. Okay, so here we are. Okay, good. So we'll just go here, little commands here, little bit of commands. Before that, this place is good for commands. You know what? Let's go to here, and this is good. Okay, this is good. So these are actually the users. Okay, these are the users. But let's use this ls command. So ls is pretty big. Let's say if you want to use ls is list. That's what it shows if you put it the list. And if you don't know something, you can use man ls. Okay, this is good. This works in almost any operating system, irrespective of Unix, Linux, or whatever. It's supposed to work. So as I told you, right, Unix has all the help. It's help yourself. Okay, most of the time it is help yourself. So you want to you can use this and see what all the commands you need on this. Okay, so always okay, I'm not going through all this. You just want to escape. Okay, good. this thing is working like it is. Yeah. Okay, good. Um, so that's one of the command, and let's see here little bit list commands here. Since we are in this U directory, you actually are the users. Okay, no, actually I wanted to create all these files, and we can do that. I can have some time, and we could just get some data into it and try to see how does it works. But yeah, so we have this ls minus l. Let's try to see this. ls minus l gives the list of long list. Long list is really taking long. Okay, great. So now this is really long list. So what I want to do is ls minus l pipe. I want to use this pipe command. The pipe is like kind of integrating this and more. And what I have this here is oh wow, this is not even working in this. How interesting. So it's supposed to work just like let's try this Grex once again. If it's work, we'll use this. Grex is really good, but unfortunately the server is really we'll just try to shift here and there. Good. Yeah, Grex is really good. Okay, so here we have this option. Let's say a list, right? We have this lot of list here. Now if you work here ls minus l, there's a lot of commands. If you remember ls minus l pipe more, see here it works, but some reason here it doesn't work, so don't mind, because I'm using two Unix here to try to understand for you, but just take it easy. These are different flavors. This is BSD. Grex uses BSD, and this uses something else, some flavor of Unix. There are a lot of flavors. There's Ubuntu, there is Fedora, CentOS, something like that. Then Slack, there are also just plenty of Unixes. So this BSD is really good. I like BSD. Very easy. I mean, the commands work. Okay, I'm not going to go to this. Okay, good. Right, so this is how ls minus l works. So list all directories, but I want to list, and we use that pipe command, right? Pipe and more. Just one of the things. And there is one more command with ls minus ltr. That means list all the timestamp. Let's see here. Another. This went really fast, right? That was pretty fast. Okay, so we ltr want this pipe more. So this is good. In this screen I can this gets in the reverse order, I guess. So that's January, February, March, April. That's what it means. Okay, that's what it means by ltr, time. This is L means list, T means time, R means reverse, or something like that. So it's like list with timestamp. This is and this has a meaning here. I supposed to discuss about this. We will talk about this in octal numbers. We can change this. This is actually revoke, grant and revoke access. This is mostly done by the admin. Since we are not admin here, not really worrying, but still we will talk about that. We will not go unnoticed. Okay. So that is ls minus ltr. Put escape, colon, and quit, so that I'll go back to my command. I don't like this, so I'll just clear it. Right, very good. Now we'll discuss one more command, that is ls minus a. So now this ls minus a gives the hidden files. Ls minus a gives the hidden files. You see this dot. I'm sorry. This you see this dot and dot. These are the hidden files actually. Rest of it is okay. I mean, those are the hidden files which you don't see it. This one, I guess. So and this one. Dot and dot. Those are the hidden files. Similarly, like you have this in Windows, the same thing you have in here. Alright, so since you know, I wanted some interactive, any questions, I would have just because since it is recording, maybe you can post questions through my email, so that's okay. Okay, so let's go to next command. This okay. There's one more. ls minus x. So this gives in width wise. Width, you have is columns, right? One column, two column, three column. Here no timestamp, no nothing. You know, it's kind of width kind of thing. So yeah, I mean this ls itself has so many options that you can view it by yourself, right? Help yourself. You want what? You want it has A, B, C, D, minus A, uppercase B, uppercase, lowercase C, and all those things. You know, it's kind of ls itself. I find this ocean itself with a lot of things. You want group by, I don't know what's all about all this, but it's a lot more things. This is required more when you are doing some, I know it's required particularly in your job, wherever it is you know, useful, but as a you know, tutorial, as a point of view, I don't think, you know, you need all this, but of course you have this option for you know, if you don't know, you can go ahead and type man and put the command, so that you know what to use this, right? It's self-explanatory. So that's what it is. So that's about list command. Now let's go to, we have completed ls. If you have any questions in ls, yeah, if you have any questions on ls, please be my guest, put man ls and find out yourself. Okay, that's more than simple. Okay, and of course you can email me anytime. You have my email ID. So okay, so next we go to PWD. So we discussed about PWD already. PWD is print present working directory. Okay, print working directory, that's also fine. If you want to know more about it, PWD, so you want to do this man. So man is not man is actually manual. Okay, manual of PWD command. This doesn't have many. It's logical, physical, health version, that's it. So this is good. This is pretty small command. This is good. So that's about PWD command. Let's go to chmod. Now this is very interesting here. This chmod, the command is used to change the you know what, this is working, so we just exit from here. This is very complex. So okay, so the chmod is actually the, you know, revoke and grant access. You know what, let's try to find out. Let's open how do you use mod command. Hope this thing works good now. Yeah, the server was really busy at that time, so I had very hard time and deleted the whole recording session. So now hopefully it's not supposed to happen. Okay, good. Ouch. So here I am having some problem. So what I'll do here is, so I want to go here and see here. I don't want root. I want this. Let's see. Great. Now you want to know chmod command, right? Let's find out what actually is it here. Okay, great. See, this is the permission. Chmod is actually the permission. Let's say 0755 is the permission. That means you have read access, write access, execute access. Actually, you have shell script, you want to execute it. Now if I want to change it, the number automatically changed to 0655. Let's find out here. Okay, I have this directory called manu, right? See here. You know what, I'll just use some command here. Great. No, we'll not talk about this find command. We'll go there. I just used for myself, so don't worry about that command. Alright, so I have this command. Now what I want to do is chmod 06, what was that number? 0655. Let's try that. 0655 and manu. Great, it worked. So what I actually did was it changed it revoked my access of execute, so I cannot execute any shell script in that directory, in that manu directory. I cannot execute the shell script because I've changed that access level. We'll just reverse back the access level to 0755. So we don't want to mess with that. So that's what that's how it works. Okay, that's an octal number, and you want to use that octal number whenever you're trying to use the chmod command. Again, you want to know more about it, be my guest. Chmod, man chmod, and you have this lot more options here. You can go through it if you have patience, help yourself always. It's very complex. I don't think you might ever require this, but this is for administrative people, so not for testers, not for developers. For developers, of course, they want to use it, but it is used to grant and revoke permissions for the particular directory, of course, most of the time. So, all right, now we'll go to okay, before going to another command, I wanted to show you one thing. Let's see here. Now I'm working on some shell. I don't know that shell, right? Okay, bash shell. This is showing as bash. Guess what? I'm changing with C shell. Okay, C shell. If you notice it is changed to grex and percentile. You notice that the change of here. It is changed to percentile, not PS. So let's try to use PS. Sorry. All right. So no, this doesn't help. So I changed here to con shell. I'm sorry, C shell, and I want to know which shell I am. Right? Which shell I am? I don't know. I'll change to C shell. I know it because I changed it, but I want to know here by using commands. Let's try this. Echo $, and this. Okay, great. Now here's the thing. This has given some number for me. This 30675. This is the process ID for that shell. Now what I do is PS minus P. Use this process ID. 30675. Aha! Now this shows that I am on C shell. Now this is how you found out how. See, there is no single command to do it. If you know the command, please do let me know. Alright? Because there is no single command to do this. You have to go work around for this. That's the reason, right? Dennis Ritchie, he was a co-founder of Unix, and he told that Unix is simple. It just requires genius mind to understand its simplicity. So that's what it means, because you cannot just directly type it in echo and get the which shell you're working on. Although if you put PS, you get that which shell you're working on, but but you don't know exactly which shell is it. So this is, you want to use it. So this is one thing I wanted to explain you. How do you get the shell? PS means process ID. Okay, which process you are working. There is a process, right? A lot of process. For example, if you put that BS, you know how many process IDs are working. 3 processes are working. There is bash shell, C shell, and if I were to want con shell and see this, how many shells are working on. A lot of processes are working on. Right? So this is now. This is similar. PS is similar to Task Manager in Windows. Now let's see here. You see here the 3 things are working here. That's how. That's what it means by here. You know what? similar to Windows kind of thing. So we want to kill, not kill, we want to exit here actually. We are not killing here now right now. Okay. Okay, if I'm doing one more exit here, I'm closing this window, so we don't want to close this window. Alright, so we'll go to the next command. This is a little bit complex. You want to replay it once more when you're trying to practice. You want to replay it because it's really complex. I understand it. Now you want to create a directory. Let's see here. Where is my name? Okay, I know where is it. Just go to here, and I want to create a directory here. So what I'll do is mkdir is a command to create directory. So what I'll mkdir and put as 102. So now what I have created is a directory inside a directory. So directory I have Manu, and I have created one more directory called Manu2. Let's find out. There's nothing. Oh, there's two things here. So we go to Manu2. CD means change directory. Okay, CD is change directory. I'm sorry, I didn't talk about that, right? CD is change directory. There's nothing here. So you want to change, you want to get lower directory. So the way it is. So for example, if I want to say here, what we are doing here is, this is the thing, c/user/ in Windows, the similar way what we are actually doing here, navigating these directories. That's all we are doing so far. We are not doing some here scripting, or we are not doing something big thing here. We are just trying to navigate the directories here. So if you want to go lowercase, just cd ... and we just went to where we can just know is present working directory. Here you go. Alright, this should be good. Okay, so that is about make directories. You can remove the directory, and we'll just talk about this rmdir. Okay, you cannot use rm here, rmdir, because you want to remove this directory. Which directory? Oh, we cannot do that right now, because you want to be in that directory to remove that lower directory. We were not into that one, right? Now if you see this, here you see here, Manu2, I want to remove this, right? So what you want to do is rmdir manu2. Good, it removed. How do I know it? Just type ls. See, it's gone. Okay. So that's how this make directory and remove directory works. It's just kind of adding a folder and deleting a folder. Creating a folder and deleting a folder in Unix. No, in Windows you don't call folders in Unix. You call directories. You call folders in Windows. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay. I'm not exactly sure how much time I'm taking, but does it show any time here? Okay, it doesn't show. But we don't want to take too much of your time, because we'll continue this class tomorrow too. But we'll just have few of them more, so that cover some of the basics actually. Okay, now. Copy. You can copy a file here. Now to copy a file, you want to be in that particular directory and copy to that particular location. So how does it work? So we discussed this yesterday actually, but guess what? We'll try it today. So again, which directory I am right now? So here we don't have anything. So what I'll do is, I'll lower my directory so that I have these files right now. So I have this access to all these files. Now what I want to do here is, I will copy this. So the command for copy is cp. Cp means copy. With what? Copy what? This file. Where? Slash. I want to use this. I'll copy and paste it. No. This is where I want to copy it. That's what I'm telling here. So cp file name, cp copy this file to this location. What I'm telling this Unix is to copy this file to that particular location. Let's see what it does. Oh, it did. Okay, let's find out. Did it really do? Let's see. cd menu ls. Oh, it did. file1.txt. Okay, we just copied one file, and I can remove that file. rm means remove. I think this should be simple. rm and the file name. I guess this should work. Yeah, and this is removed. Okay, so this is how you do this, removing files, and this is about navigation of the directories, files. Okay, this is all about moving a file. There's one more command, moving a file. So we are not doing that right now. It works similarly, the command works similarly as cp. So instead of cp you use md. That's all. Don't do that, it's not really required for now, because it deletes the original file what actually here it is. So you don't want to do that, because a lot of files are there here, so a lot of people are working. So okay, now you got the concept, and if you want to know more about it, again, I just insist you to use this option as much as possible for yourself, for your job, for your research, for your whatever you are using for. Okay, for, of course, for good purposes, for research most probably, I would assume. You can go ahead and click here. Lot of things here. Okay, so what I did was just hit escape, colon, and q, that lowercase q, and that it quits that into our normal shell. Okay, now let's we talk about this rm file. So rm minus I also we can use. That's for confirmation. If you want to confirmation, you can use that rm minus I. Clear, we know about this clear. We'll clear the screen. Okay. There's one thing that's very important actually. There's cut command. So we can use cut. Before that, we can have this information. Here was okay. It's a little different out here. Cut removes the sections from each line of files. Okay. Now here we are. We will talk about this later. This cut command, because this is, you want to remove the lines in a file. So we are not yet done with file yet. So we'll just hang on with that. All right. Now let's few of the commands we want to. We'll wrap it up pretty quick by 4, I guess. 4, 5. Started a little bit late, right? Okay. We'll wrap it up with a few commands more. So date command. So you have this date. What date today is? That's what it says. Now date is not just date. You have so many functions in date. I don't even know what to think about it. But we want to see, right? We want to know it. Wow. And this thing follows with this. Okay. What I'll try to see is I did something here actually. Date. Okay, great. So let's do one thing. What I want to see here is date minus d. I don't think this works here. Oh, it worked. Very good. So it actually knows why is actually the year supposed to be. It does say Jan 23rd, 2019. So it's actually giving that year is the year. This is kind of cosmetic kind of thing. If you want year first, you can do here. I wanted the year as last, so that's the reason it shows up the last. So you have a lot more functions, lot more things to do with the date also. So we'll even if you put this date, it just do the same thing actually. It's no big deal. So but that is used for some reason, when you want to use this for the year, a display of year, display of date of particular sense, so there's one more command. We use cal. Cal means calendar. So this is only showing the calendar for January. Too bad. We want calendar for, let's say, 2050. I don't know. What does it look like? Oh, this is what calendar of 2050. Oh, wow, it is a leap year. So, no, it's not leap year. It's February 29, 20. So it's good. So you have this calendar too. You can use any, whatever calendar, 1701, all those things. You can use any and if you want more information on that, you can still use this a lot. You have Julian dates and all those things. This has less information, so it's good. You can always use this actually, so this is really good. Okay, and then you have, let's say you want to know who am I, right? Who am I? Said IT America. Great. Actually, this displays the same as log name. Log name. It's still the same thing, right? It's supposed to be a little different. Who am I supposed to be your name? I don't think this got updated with this. It's supposed to be your name. Log name should be the username actually. Okay, so that's how it is. And let's see who command. Oh, how interesting. I never knew this. Okay. So this actually shows how many people are actually logged into the system. Who command shows how many people are, this is really big command because you may not have access to this and it may throw error saying that you don't have access. Okay, so who command is really powerful thing, because if you see a lot of people have this working on it at this point of time. So alright, and exit, if I hit exit, it the system switches off, so we don't want to use that at this time. And there's one command called HALT. That doesn't work because you're not root. Operation not permitted. That's what it is. Halt means this we are working on the server side. That means it switches off the server, and you are not a root. You have to be a super administrator to switch off the server. So you won't. This doesn't work. Whatever you want to do doesn't work. And one more you have is reboot. This doesn't work too. You're not a root. So these commands only work for if you're an admin guy. Okay. So these commands are for to get you familiar with the Unix. Okay, that's the reason this classes was there. Okay. Alright, there's one complex command which I wanted to explain, but I guess we are running out of time. I'll explain this touch command maybe tomorrow or something. Okay, we have actually completed most of the thing actually. Let's try this sleep. This should work. There you go. You know what? Sleep works. If you want to, you're telling this system to sleep. Let's try this. Sleep. I think it's in seconds. So sleep. Seconds. You want to put seconds. I want to use 5 seconds. Let's see how it works. See, after 5 seconds only this command prompt shows up. Until 5 seconds. Yeah, there you go. You see that? let's try it once again. If you want to do this sleep, you're telling to sleep for 5 seconds, so it's sleeping. After 5 seconds it wakes up. There you go. So that's one command that you can use. I mean, that's small commands just to make use of. Next we get to alright, let's have this thing, cat commands. Now this cat is not like cat mouse command. Okay, let's clear this. Cat is like catalog. That means you have to read the file. Let's see. We'll just get out of this directory. See here. Now here we have a lot of files. Let's see if there are some information in this file. Okay, numbers.txt. Okay, now this is what we want to see here. So what does cat command do? Cat command sees what's inside the file. So we are done with the directories right now. Okay, we'll go through these directories again, but we are done with the directories. Moving a directory, deleting a directory, we are done with that. Now we are trying to see the file. Now you want to view this file, numbers.txt. You want to view it in Windows. You just double click it to view a file, but in Unix, nah, there's no double click here. You can use cat. Cat means catalog, and once you use this number, okay, I just copied and pasted. So here you go. This 200, 1000, 110, 545. Alright, so this is what this file contains. Now there is another way to view this file. Okay, this through VI editor. So VI editor is kind of notepad for Unix. And now we are going to have a long day here if you are going to use VI editor. Okay, now we'll use this VI editor. Now we want to view this file. Click VI. VI means you're using VI. Okay, number.txt. Now this is VI. Now here you can edit this file. Now I'm not going to edit because this thing is whole ocean, whole Pacific Ocean, or Indian Ocean, or Atlantic Oceans. So we are not going into this at this point of time. We just want to show you, that's it. This is a pretty long thing, but I want to get rid of this VI because I'm inside the VI. It's like you're inside a notepad. Getting inside a VI is actually like getting inside a notepad, like this. But to close a notepad, you just put an into mark and this closes, but there's no into mark here. Right? It's not that easy. So what you want to do here for now, what I will do here is escape, okay, colon, Q and exclamation. A lot of things here to just close this one and hit enter. There you go. Now we'll talk about this. What does this all mean? Okay, what does this escape and Q and exclamation mean? So okay, we will talk in detail on that, but that's what about VI. So we just had some glance on that VI. We will go through this once we finish this command list. Actually, we will have a look and see, and we'll also have navigate through it. Navigation of VI is not as simple as navigating the word into Microsoft Windows. No, it doesn't work that way. So you have to be very careful. So that's pretty much. Maybe you will take some more time. Maybe I guess if you're not bored. We have this. We'll finish this one command here. Okay, one more command, and we'll wrap up this. Maybe guess it's already 1 hour, but okay. So there is a command called touch command. T-O-U-C-H. Sorry, T-O-U-C-H. Now, okay. if you want more information on that, go ahead and see what it does. Great, it does so many things here. Alright, we'll not worry about this for now. So what we want to do here is we want to create a file which is, I don't know, I mean 2010 file, right? I want to create a file which is in the year 2010. Now how are you supposed to create a file which is in 2010 file? We are in 2019, not in 2010. Now we can do that with touch command, right? This is so powerful. I'm not sure how you can do that in Windows, but here you can do this. Now let's see how we can do here. Now let's do in our folder so that nobody gets surprises out there. Okay, so let's see which folder we are in. This got slowed up again. Too bad. So alright, this is just close it and try to see this, or we'll wrap up this. We had enough if it works, that's good, otherwise we can wrap it up. Not a big deal. Okay, so here now in pwd I want to see which, okay, I want to go to my folder. Okay, now it's my directory. Now I want to create a file which is older than today's date, that is 2010 file. How do I do that? Let's just pay attention here. I use this command touch touch and -t. Okay, now I'll be using here some lot of numbers here, 10, 12, 08, 08, 45, and use some file name as sample dot dat file. I'm giving a sample dot dat file, and let's see what happens. Oh, it did create it. Okay, now let me tell you what these numbers mean. This is not just random numbers what I use. This is some specific information here. Okay, this first two digits shows the year, that is 2010. All right, this second two digits denotes a month, that is December. Right, this third two digits denotes date. Okay, and these two digits denotes hours. Okay, and these two digits denotes minutes. Alright, so that's what the number means. Okay, this is not the random number, I just use some sample here. Okay, let's find out, is it there or not? Oh, it's there. So how do you know that is created by that date? So ls minus ltr. Okay, sample dot, yeah, here you go, 2010. You see that the touch command, that is so powerful. You can fool people that you created a file that is, oh, you can say, oh, it was created 2010. Wow, this is 10 years files. Really, I can create right now, 20 years file. I can really. So you can just fool people just by creating a file which shows like 10 years file. So okay, so we'll just wrap it up here for now. I also have to little bit go through more commands too, to try to get into this one, and maybe probably in 2-3 days maybe we'll go through this VI editor. Guess what, right now actually I'm supposed to explain this 30 commands, right? I didn't do this, but but few of them we did some of them, right? um, yeah, we finished a little bit some of the things, and yeah, I suppose to explain a little bit this of things. Maybe some of this you can go through it. Okay, we know this unified hierarchy, right? Guess what? You can find go to present working directory and just put a cd and slash. Now we are in root, okay, and you want ls. Here you find all these things. See here, USR isn't there. Now you go USR, TMP, all this root and var. This is common. You find this in all these things, okay. But luckily we have read access, so that's the reason we can able to view this. Otherwise, we could not. These are directories. Basically, these are directories which are showing. So it's not a big deal. This is mounting is a little bit tricky because you need a little admin access out there. Okay, so we have we need just du, right? Du directory uses. I thought disk uses. Okay, let's see here. We want to go back here to our main place. Don't want to mess up because it's a root. We are not in the root. Okay, now du is disk users and it's showing as 8. If you want more information, go ahead and use this and we can understand what this is all about. Yeah, estimate file usage. Okay, it's how much file you are utilizing. That's very interesting. Okay, so this du is this. We have only 100 MB or maybe less than that. So you don't want to use a lot of MB here. We just want to use only for our practice. Okay, so that's pretty much. I hope you find this tutorial useful, because you will not only have access to this, but I'm showing you the real time, and you can also use this and try in your free time. Okay. And thank you for watching this. We'll continue tomorrow with more commands and more there's a little bit more information here on the Unix, so that actually we have this 3 to 4 classes. Actually we'll try to do this FTP also. We'll go through that and see if it's useful. Okay, thank you guys.